Okay. Welcome to the game. Is Shao playing are you playing by yourself? Oh yeah, well I'm spectating Shao, but I believe you're playing with Marufo. Okay, let's see. We have Shao and Jin Xiao because they took his one champion Maokai, which is going to be a real big detrimental here. And honestly, this is going to be a very interesting game because there's a lot of CC on both sides of these teams. And what's really interesting here is on red side we have a Yasuo with really only one knockup by Maokai, and it's not going to be too great of a setup, so the team here doesn't synergize that well. But on the other side, we have a Vigar who can use his stun into a really good Morgana root. And those two combinations will allow Jinzhou to go in and really just tackle up with Annie, who's one of the squishiest champions in this game. But again, the peel is really strong from this Maokai, who, especially in the 3v3 meta, is very, very strong. And that's just something you don't really want to give up, but at the same time, you also don't want to ban it, hoping you can get it on that first pick, which is very interesting because I'm going to say here that first pick did not go over to either Marufo or Xiao here because of the fact, or I should be calling by summer names, Monkyfapper, because they very much likely would have first picked that, and a first pick Vigar, especially on this map, isn't that strong. So we'll see how that plays out as the game goes along. We're about to load in here, and I guess this really isn't the Rift, but let's get into the Howling Abyss. Alright, this is game one. I will very likely be in game two. So it should be pretty interesting. Let's see if this loads in. My spectating takes a little extra second or two to load. Here we go. We got the background up on my screen, but y'all don't see that just yet. All right, here we go. And predictably, uh, I'm going to say it really should be a matchup between Vigar and Yasuo and Annie Morgana with the two obvious junglers in the jungle, which again presents itself something because here Jinzhou will have the clear advantage of a faster jungle clear, allowing him to gank more than this Maokai. But because of the lane differentials, it's really going to come down to whatever the matchup is at the top side, because that's where you get your real advantage. Because the short side of the map or the bottom side of the map, it's really hard to get a gank off in there because it's so easy to retreat. So let's open up the scoreboard here and see what these builds are coming to. Straight damage builds on both sides. Even Maokai on the other side is taking a Doran's Ring, thus getting damage, and really bypassing a faster pathway to get his jungle item, which is very interesting. But again, I don't know the meta that well here. Maybe that'll allow him a faster clear. I really think it's detrimental because he loses the experience that both jungle items give. And what really needs to be done here on the side of Thunder Buddy is, which I'm calling blue side, is they don't really have a tank here, and unless Xin Xiao goes that tank role, not much is going to get done. And here we have the checking of the bush with the Maokai's little sapling toss, which is a great way to scout it out. This is the usual start. Both teams will get in these mid lane bushes, and again, that's another advantage Maokai will have to examine. And sure enough, he's taking the first damage onto Vigar here. It's not going to do too much in terms of changing the game. You pretty much can always assume that the enemy team will be in those bushes. However, it does slow down Maokai's start. I believe the Q start for the knockback has a higher cooldown and does a little bit more damage for a faster clear. However, if he stacks them as so enough, he should be able to get a decent amount of damage that could probably equal out, if not make it a little bit worthwhile here. I'm going to be leaving directed camera on unless I can notice anything worthwhile. The wolf start from Jinzhou, basic start here, and sure enough, the matchup is what I thought. It's going to be Vigar versus Annie and Morgana versus... Oh, no, that is not what I thought. Well, either way, I still think this matchup here is going to be a little bit harder on the Morg. Simply because it's going to be hard for her to land her stun here. And really, this Vigar is gonna shouldn't be having this hard of a time. He's taking a lot of harass here from the Annie Q, but he should be doing just fine. Really, once he hits level 2 and he gets his stun up, he should be able to zone CS, and he's gonna be really wanting to land those ability spells. And see, that's just not the start he should be going. He shouldn't be going Q into W. He should really get his E up for the AoE stun. Gives him a really good zoning power, and it's gonna just make his lane that much harder for the start. And he's already pushed back. And the thing is, Veigar gets stacks now, not only from CSing with his Q, but he also gets stacks from landing ability spells. And it's really easy to land that Q, especially in this, not Q, land the E, the stun, in a short lane, which allows him to, you know, really harass her and slowly get those stacks up. And here we go, Xin Zhao going towards the short lane, which isn't really going to come of anything here, and sure enough, he walks away. He's going to go around here, see if he can get a gank in regardless. But it is harder to gank this lane as a short lane, because it's easier for them to spot you while walking in and get away. You really have to do it from the backside. And here he comes, doing an excellent start here to try to steal the altar, forcing a Maokai flash, but however, he's ignited. Oh, but he's able to jump in and take Maokai for the first blood. However, it is short-lived as Annie ends up finishing him off with a W. And again, missed Q here by Cmarrufomav, and really it's not too detrimental. There's not really enough follow-up damage between the two of them, and I am very surprised to have not seen a Veigar stunned there again. I just don't know if he ignored leveling up. It was on cooldown. I didn't see him use it before. That would have really allowed the easier Morg landing her root. But all in all, it's 1-for-1 trade. And here we go. Here's what I was talking about. You zone her in, and you're able to easily land those skill shots, especially because of how small the lane is. And this allows him to dominate the lane. He flashes in, he ignites, and he gets the kill for it, which doesn't give him a lead. They're still it's behind 200 gold. It's close enough, but that gives him enough. That gives him 5 stacks, and helps him push forward further. Your lead. Let's see later. I'm doing the thing for my friend. Love you too. All right. Sorry about that. It was interrupted by my niece. Let's get to the game. Maokai comes in around, jumps into Morg here, but we have Xin Zhao coming back in. Monkyfapper going deep onto Maokai, doing plenty of damage, taking him down, easily finishes up that kill. It's down 2v1. CV can land it, and he pulls himself in and gets the double kill onto Yasuo, and gives 2 assists to Morgana, which gives them a significant 1k gold lead. Hopefully they can snowball that up, and Veigar should be able to dominate his lane. Morg should be continuing to power up her lane, and really this map is being controlled by the junglers here. And I said I was very surprised in the sense that Xin Zhao was going to be able to win these skirmishes, but really I thought the power of the Maokai pick, especially in this map, would be significant. We'll see how that carries it as the game goes on. But for right now, this Xin Zhao pick is really showing the its dominance over the Maokai pick. And again, it comes down to Maokai, I believe, just having that harder time in the jungle. Although he is up to CS, but he's not going to be able to ramp up as easily or as quickly, especially in this format. Right now the lanes are a little bit stagnant, nothing's going on, junglers are farming, we have the trading, and here we go again, easy spell landing, and he's standing straight on the W, getting the stun off into Veigar. He's backing up, nothing going on, but here comes Xin Zhao, a flash in by Annie, taken out by the turret. Veigar gets the kill, no assist to Xin Zhao, burning, and he survives the ignite. Well played by Veigar there, very greedy by Annie. And again, this is just straight rewarding blue side, who is surmounting a slightly bigger lead, while Xin Zhao is trying to help this wave get bounced. And there's a trap bush set up here on Morgana, and she hits her Q into the wind wall. Maokai goes in, she gets her spell shield up. Let's see if she gets. Morgana pulls off her ult, tries to keep herself in, gets the root onto the stun onto Yasuo. Yasuo gets away by pulling himself through minions, and nothing really comes of that other than really time wasted and forcing Yasuo to go back, while Morgana here keeps herself decently healthy. And again, we have the stun here onto Maokai, who gets out of it beautifully by rooting himself onto a minion, but the ult is just too strong from Veigar. Easily cleans up the kill, and this is what you really didn't want to happen, is Veigar wrapping up with kills. If he gets enough stacks, he will be extremely deadly, especially because it looks as if this Maokai isn't going tanky and is building damage. A good root there onto Yasuo allows them to not finish off the turret because of a nice wind wall, forcing Veigar to walk around, get that last hit, and take the first turret. I'm unsure if there's first turret gold on this map. I'm gonna say no, but here we go again. Veigar coming down, dropping his stun, easily getting in his stack hits, and forcing Annie to pull back and play safe. And that's the name of the game here, is forcing the enemy team to not be able to capitalize on anything. Because the amount of CC that blue side has, or Thunder Buddy, it's just really unsurmountable and allows them to zone and get damage in from a good distance away. That one was done a little bit too on the nose. She was able to walk out of it. But it's going to be constantly doing the right thing, and he gets stacks from it. And that's the most beneficial part, is the stacks. And we go, Xin Zhao, again, 1v1ing Maokai, who can't do anything in his own jungle. Maokai walks away. Xin Zhao, Monkyfapper, knowing that there wasn't the vision for it, he knew Annie had left her lane. Probably might have not ended well for him there. Playing it smart. And here we go again, pulling up the stun. She drops Timber, so that's a lot of damage there. But he ignited, but taken in by Xin Zhao, who gets ignited himself, is getting the trade kill by Yasuo. And that just really puts them up on the side of blue. What that effectively does is slows the push in bot lane. If Xin Zhao had survived there, they would have been able to push the turret that much faster and take a second turret. As is, they will likely take this turret. There's not going to be any defenses on it. The first turrets on this map are very weak. But it would have helped the push that much faster. With Yasuo going back to top here, trying to get in some CS. Really, Maokai being a non-factor at 0-3-1 and not even having a single jungle item done. Really, Xin Zhao and Veigar here are just completely controlling the game. Xin Zhao is able to 1v1 the enemy jungler. He's able to gank. He's able to invade. Really, on his own will. And he went behind the tower, dove, and still got himself a kill. And that was really beautiful to see. Just the coordination and the skill there. To know that you could get that kill, and if he wasn't ignited, he would have very much survived. So it was the right play, not too much paying attention to summoner spells. Regardless, they weren't able to take the turn. That's kind of what I was saying. I believe they could have, but again, with Xin Zhao being dead, it really hinders that fact, him being the AD champion to push. But again, we'll see this Maokai's looking like he's finally building into some resistances here. If he goes tank enough and this match goes on long enough, he might have a bigger impact. But currently it's a near 2k gold lead, and I just don't see it really turning in their way, because the snowball here on the side of Thunder Buddy is pretty strong. And here we go, a bait play in by Morgana. She's going in, ulting the Maokai, who again is forced to flash here because he can't do much. Xin Zhao trying here to 1v1 a very poorly placed wind wall, and Xin Zhao's going to clean up this kill after forcing a flash. He flashes in unnecessary, was going to get the kill regardless, and we reset here again. Not much else going on. Again, Maokai causing his teammate Yasuo really to no help. He kills him. And here we go. Xin Zhao is just so fed. He goes in. No stun from the Tibbers there. Wasted ult. She should have done another ability to get that in. Well, flashing by Veigar. Trying to kill up this kill. Xin Zhao's pull-in should be up soon. He gets the kill. Gets it in before Veigar's giant ult could steal it. And blue side is continuing to go their lead near 3k. It's exactly 3k now. And their ability to snowball this game is on their side. It's up to them to end. Really, the only thing they can do right now is ramp up a little bit stronger, take this turret as such as Veigar's doing, and start looking to Valma, who in this map causes minions to get enemy minions to be feared. You get a mini Baron buff on your minion side. It's a very strong buff, but at the same time, it is very difficult to take down, and it's not something you want to do too early because it is powerful. Here we go, Veigar again placing another stun, getting his W off, getting his whole combo off. Too bad he didn't have his ult. That would have been a free, easy free kill there. But again, he's getting stacks, and that's what's important, is continuously revving up. See if Maokai can come here and get a kill off, which if he can get it in, he doesn't have too much mana, but Veigar here can turn around and try to get it onto Annie. He does with a W. Annie not paying attention to indicators. Veigar trying to run away. Veigar getting taken down just barely by Maokai. Xin Zhao not close enough to save him. Maokai W's himself out, saves himself for right now. Xin Zhao should have his ability up soon to pull himself in. He gets it up, gets the kill, and continuously grows stronger. And while it was something that needed to be done on the side of red to get that pick kill there, they took too long to do it. Annie did not need to continue to follow, and she was a non-factor at that point. All she did was give another free kill to Veigar, and really it was just Maokai versus Veigar in the end there. And Maokai going that far deep, he had to kind of expect that it was kill and be killed. There was nothing else he could do in that situation. And if we look at the CS numbers here, outside of the jungle, which is really negligent, because he's wrapping up these so many kills, and his advantages come from his ganks, they're all losing. A very poorly sent Q there. But it's okay, because here comes Jin Zhao, who's really, really fed, gets the kill off perfectly well. Really, what you could say from that Morgana, even though she missed her Q, was a beautiful bait. Because the Q was missed, the chase was allowed to go on. If she had hit that, it probably would have landed. Annie would have stayed there, and Annie would have wandered off. Jin Zhao just playing a very cocky game, knowing he is very fed, goes in 2v1 alone, gets the kill by himself, gets the help on the second kill, and the kill is taken by Vigar with his ultimate. The Ignite ticks off of Jin Zhao, and they are with the huge lead even more at this point, totaling 5k. And this is the point of the game where they're going to go back, they're going to get more items, especially Jin Zhao, and your pushes are going to be much more effective because you can zone off with the amount of CC you have, because you can land all these zoning abilities, and this allows them to push, to in turn allow them to get further and further ahead, which again, Vigar here is, I can't, let me look at his stacks. I only see 11 on this, and I know that 116, which at 13 minutes is extremely high. Well, not extremely high, but is a very significant number, and a lot of that's coming from his kills. And here we go, Jin Zhao playing with fire, going 2v1, getting help from Vigar with the stun and extra damage, and knowing that he's just gonna get these kills, goes in, gets the kill, and he's now 10-2-4 on a beautiful play, knowing this is his map right now. The jungle, the entirety of the map belongs to him, and there's really nothing that can be done to stop him at this point. Really, if we look at, beautiful dive in, beautiful Q stop, and an ace onto Thunder Buddy, a tower taken bot, and I believe another tower taken top. No, they're backing off of it. No, let's see if Morgana can take it. And again, if we had a replay, I would like to show how Jin Zhao knows that once that Q was landed, cheeky play, that Q was landed, he could go in and finish that up because of his lead. And a poorly placed root in by Maokai here, playing with fire, thinking he can easily take out Vigar, which if Vigar's ult is up within a couple, I would say about 10 seconds, it's just not a smart decision on his side. Vigar himself knowing how strong he can be, and a root out of the stun by Maokai, who really should not be going here because Vigar's ult up and now, and there it is. Vigar's ult gets the kill, and that's all he was waiting for, was his ult to be up and for another free kill, expanding the lead even further, which just really making it impossible outside of a catastrophic meltdown for blue side to lose. So here they're going to cap it up. Get the bonuses that it gives, or I believe it's actually still theirs. It is still theirs, excuse me. Really what they should be doing here is pushing top lane, but here we're playing for kills because they know they're going to get them. Well-placed Tibbers, however, was stunned by Vigar. A go in here by Jin Zhao, easily cleans up Annie. Yasuo ult trying to get onto Morgana here, who hasn't been killed. A great Q to clean up the Yasuo kill from Vigar, and his stacks at this point are through the roof. He has 167, and another clean kill here. Very likely him trying to get onto Vigar. He backs off. Ooh, this is unexpected. A DC from Monkyfapper here, which could really a cleanup kill here by Vigar. It was to be expected. He was cornered. Not much gonna happen either. Morg was it, but right now, currently Jin Zhao Monkyfapper is DC'd, which makes it a little bit difficult for them to finish up here. Top turret should be going down to minions. It's low enough. It's a big enough minion wave. This is going to get cleaned up pretty easily. However, until Monkyfapper is able to come back in here, there's not much they can do in terms of siege. They don't have the siege potential that they have with the Jin Zhao. And there we go. He's back in the game. It was only temporary. That's what we were hoping for. Make the game competitive, not a free turnaround here, which could very well happen. Again, these two champions here really don't have much in terms of all-in damage. Vigar does his burst onto one, and really after that he's not going to do too much until his cooldowns come back up, especially if his ult's not up. But he has enough stacks. And he has enough AP to be doing that. Here we go. They're trying to go in here with Maokai. A beautiful spell shield to get rid of the root. We're going to try to run away. However, knocked up by the by the Q from Maokai. Gets the Yasuo ult. Is ulting into it. Jin Zhao's back in the game. Is going to clean up the kill onto Yasuo. The double team onto Maokai. Taken anyway by Jin Zhao coming back from the Yasuo kill. And again, a clean 2-for-0 on the side of blue. Who's going to constantly be doing that? There's not enough damage and not enough burst on the side of of red here to do anything to get themselves back into this game. I'm not sure when their last kill timing was, but it's been a significant amount of time since they've done anything worthwhile on the map, and it's just gonna stay that way until really this game ends, and that really is all dependent on the siege of blue side. If they want to finish soon, here he dives into. If you want a really poorly timed Tibbers with no stun onto it, Xin Zhao gets ignited, but ultimates everything away. He's safe to go. He's going to try to go back here on Annie, knowing he has backup from Morgana. 2v1s to start off. Morgana gets the Q in to get the kill. The ultimate by Morgana to slow him down, and Xin Zhao gets the kill onto Yasuo. Again, another 2 for nothing with 0 returned by red side. Maokai trying to come in here, but he has no resistances. He has nothing against Xin Zhao, but Xin Zhao tries to go in, plays it safe to not get killed by the turret, and they're going to clean up the wave here, and really this should be a push for this turret. All the while Vigar has been trying to get that bot turret for some time, and with Xin Zhao up here, this turret's going to go down faster than what Vigar's been trying to do for the past couple of minutes. With the team up, I think they're probably going to head away from here. There's not much they can do in terms of killing. Xin Zhao's He's cut out here. Either he's going to go down. Not enough health to keep himself alive. A Q in to keep Maokai off of Morgana. However, it is a shutdown. That's a significant amount of gold. So hopefully that allows them to clean up. I believe they are done. However, I'm going to cast this game to the end. Vigar getting a nice stun on Tanny, so she can't really do any damage. Morg slightly missing her Q. Vigar not getting the damage into kill her, but the pull from Morgana allows her to complete the kill onto the Annie. Yasuo tried to come in behind on Morgana here. He drops the pull, misses the Q. Yasuo is going to try to get this on. He doesn't have the minion to his advantage, but Morgana does not have the damage or the consistent damage over time or cooldowns to be able to keep herself alive there. As we continue here, that was a good little trade around here for red side. I doubt it's nearly enough to get them back into this game, but it was very well played to protect their base that much further. To be fair, blue side here did stay a little long at the top, really trying to secure that turret, and as they were low, they got caught out there, as well as Vigar trying to stay in a little too long to get another kill, and Morgana being too deep in and too low while the enemy was in behind. Here we have Xin Zhao invading the enemy jungle, trying to clean up here, going into Maokai, going to dive in, try to get this 1v1 kill. Maokai activates his ultimate, Xin Zhao uses his ultimate, and Xin Zhao gets pushed back out of the ultimate, which is very surprising because that ultimate was revved up pretty high, so that thing gets all that damage, puts it on cooldown for no reason. Xin Zhao goes in on Annie, who's extremely squishy, uses Tibbers, doesn't get the stun in. Xin Zhao goes in, keeps using, gets his passive to heal, gets the kill, tries to go into Yasuo, doesn't get the click right on the way, keeps following him, dives in, gets the knockup, follows up, Vigar pushes him in, gets some damage, and Xin Zhao gets the double kill, pushes for the inhibitor, and I believe this should be the final push to end the game. They have the ability, the cooldowns are significant enough, they have the damage to push out these turrets. Maokai is just throwing in plants, flashes in to try to get onto Monkyfapper, the damage, but not enough damage on his end. The ultimate with the final hit from Xin Zhao. Final turret up, this should be the final push here, like I said. Annie's trying to come in here to do anything she can, but really it is too little, too late. And in 20 minutes, we have blue side here, 21 minutes, able to come in and end the game on the Howling Abyss. Just a clean game by blue side, and really red was never in it. They ended on a 10k gold lead. Thanks for watching.